Okay, guys, this is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. So I wanted to talk to you guys about taking the emotion out of your offers. So something recently that I ran into was I had a multiple offer situation where I had about a half a dozen offers come for this particular property. And then you're like, well, which offer is the best? So, with that being said, I was actually representing the seller. And with me representing the seller, I'm presenting all of these offers. What people don't realize is that this is an emotional roller coaster, whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate. So with that being said, when offers are being presented, if I'm representing the seller and I'm receiving these different offers, there's so much emotion that goes on with my sellers, whether they realize it or not. But my job is to take out the emotion throughout the whole process. Try to be more realistic, whereas they may be still have the emotions. But with that being said, it's important so people who are presenting offers, they have to have that mindset as well. And I've ran into a couple of offers that you can tell that they're being pretty, they let their ego, in a sense, lead versus the reality. And what I mean by that is I had a couple of agents or individuals presenting offers, and they were saying, well, it's full price and it's a cash offer, so I know this will be accepted. And ideally on the surface that sounds extremely great. However, there's more than just the offer price and the financing aspect. There's different aspects of a contract that make it a little bit indifferent from any other offer, particularly the repair costs. A lot of contracts may or may not have a repair cost. And when they do have a repair cost, depending upon which contract you're using, there's a clause, at least the one that I've been using, there's a clause in there that says that that the seller would have to accept 1.5% of particular costs. And in this section, repair costs, there's 3 different sections, or there's 3 different areas, 3 different options. So if it's 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5, those 1.5s add up. So the tricky part is if you leave that section blank, it's automatically understood to be 1.5 versus a specific dollar amount. So I ran into that a lot, and I'm trying to tell individuals like, hey, we have multiple offer situation. The amount that you're offering and the terms that you're presenting will be very important. And I'm trying to express this to people, and they are only thinking of 2 terms: the dollar amount and how they're financing it. That's all they're thinking of. But however, there's multiple terms throughout a contract. So with that being said, take the emotion out. Realize that if you're presenting offers to a seller, the seller is going through an emotional roller coaster. So the simplest of anything will kind of set them off. But it's my job as a real estate professional to kind of help them realize what they're looking at and what they're evaluating. So if there's multiple offers, typically there's not a lot of back and forth because there's so much emotion with the sellers. You don't want to stress them out going through each in and out for each and every contract. You want to present them the way that they are and not what they could be, especially if the conversation's already been had with the presenting real estate professional saying, hey, we're in a multiple offer situation. That means provide your highest and best. Stop with the games, stop with the ego, take the emotion out, present an offer that will be presentable to the sellers. Just keep that in mind when you're presenting your offers, especially when it's in a multiple offer situation. Stop there's no need for the back and forth, because if that's the situation, if you're expecting someone to respond back to you, that's when you lose out. Even though that you are a serious buyer, you're going to lose out on that offer, because one, you let your ego get in the way. Two, you are just being just as emotional as the sellers are. So take the emotion out and realize what this situation is. Present an offer that will require the least amount of emotion out of the seller. So if you're the buyer, keep this in mind. This is Chris Brown, your real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur, bringing you keeping the emotions out. Keep it out. Thank you. Just take care.